Well, this is an amazing story. A woman is traveling to 49 states in an attempt to spread her message of live well, die well.
Kimberly Paul is here with us today to talk about her tour and what life experiences brought her to this point. Now let's talk about live well, die well. Tell us where you come up with that. How did it come about?
Whoa. Well, I feel like if you live well, maybe you have a better chance of dying well. And I think that we get caught up with things that don't matter most as we are young. And you get into your 40s and 50s and realize relationships are really the most important thing in our lives. So I'm trying to help the individuals, recognize what's important and can we change how people face end of life.
So what triggered this? How did this whole tour start for you?
That's a great question. It was a complete accident. And my career is film and television, and I was in Wilmington, North Carolina, going to work on a show called Dawson's Creek back in the 90s, and we had a hiatus and ended up, I was going to volunteer with Hospice, which a nice hospice nurse told me I was pronouncing it wrong, and ended up being hired and thinking 3 or 4 months I'll go back to television, and then it happened to be 17 years. So really passionate. I lost a boyfriend to melanoma. He was 30 years old, FBI agent, and really empowered me to make death and dying a normal part of living. Because if you know something's going to end, I think you really are living in the present moment. Just like in vacation, you push yourself to do, like you need a vacation from your vacation. And so why aren't we doing that in our lives? Because we know it's going to end. Why aren't we running with our hair on fire toward our passions? And so I think by educating ourselves about options at end of life, it makes me live more boldly. So I thought, hey, why can't everyone think that way? Not that I want to project what I think onto them, but I want to empower them to how do I want to live, how do I want to die, and then to take measures to implement that. And that's why I'm working with such great organizations like right here in Fargo with Red Valley and Brenda. And I'm really particular on who I partner with because it's mission driven. And so we're on a mission to change how we talk and plan and hopefully experience end of life.
Wow, I got like goosebumps. Just
Really?
like talking about that, yeah, a little bit.
Wow.
It was just so, like, I love the running with your hair on fire to your passions, because I feel like we do kind of, in everyday life, we just go through the motions a lot and we're not really like thinking, wow, is what I'm doing really what I'm passionate about doing?
I have to do this.
Yeah.
I have to do this to-do list and that to-do list, and then maybe I can have some self-care time.
Yeah, you wind up on a treadmill.
Right.
This is what I'm supposed to be doing. Instead of being like, man, let my curiosity really drive my entire life. And in the end, if you're just like, well, gosh, I just followed my curiosity. Wow, what a life that you might have lived.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of putting and talking about death and dying to really live more boldly with intentions every day.
Brenda, can I ask you what this partnership means to you guys here in the Valley?
Absolutely. At Hospice of the Red River Valley, we are privileged to serve those that are at their end of life. And oftentimes, it might be earlier or later in that stage, and we're always working to serve families sooner so that we can make an impactful impact on that family. And so much of that starts with having a conversation and being able to deal with our lives at the end of our life. And we always talk about living our life at the end of our life. And so when Kimberly and I, we connected, it was like our
magic.
Yeah, it was like magic. So we're just thrilled to be able to bring her to the region and to bring her into the community to help us have these conversations that are a normal part of life. And to make a difference, for the community. So.
And I feel like too, like this can also kind of be a little hard of a topic to talk about, like death. Like it's not like, oh yeah, let's talk about that. And is that kind of what you're hoping this tour does, is make it a little bit more natural to talk about
like
it?
normalized, because I think when we avoid conversations, we tend to avoid a lot of things in our lives. And like I said, I think about my mortality every day. And which makes me think I have a dog that travels with me, the German Shepherd, and she wanted to go for a walk in the rain this morning. When's the last time we took a leisurely walk in the rain? You know, and what if that's the last time I feel rain on my skin? And I really want people, even like you young, beautiful ladies, to do advanced directives. You know, how can we, if we cannot speak for ourselves, to have someone speak for us when we get into an accident or a tragedy? I mean, my boyfriend Rob died at 30. And you guys are younger than that. So I really empower you guys to help us empower the community by doing your own directives. And I think you guys are like into that too.
Yeah, and let's just talk really quick about the tour dates. Here they are. You're going to want to sign up for that tour, Live Well, Die Well. But thank you so much. Such a powerful message and powerful story. I'm excited.
Great way to start on Monday.
Yeah. It sparked me up a little bit. I'm like, yeah, well, let's do it on a Monday morning.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Coming up on today's show, Natural Grocers anniversary celebration is coming up, and we have them to celebrate with us today.